Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My name is Julia Aurelia. I'm here to do your card reading for the next 4 to 6 weeks for your love life. So we're going to have a look into a specific love relationship or love connection. And I'm just preparing the space for you with a mix of herbs that is called Venus. So I'm sending you some love and some Venus energies as well. And I am laying out the Lenormand today, or Lenormand. It's a method that comes from France, mostly known in France and Germany, and it's 36 small cards that you lay out all together in one big spread. And this is what we're going to do today. I started actually the channel like this, I think 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago. So I'm really happy to show you this method again. Like I said, we're going to look into your love life, into your relationship life. And before we start this now, I want to pull one card from the tarot. I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and I will get one card, one energy as an overall energy for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Can I please get the energy for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, for their love life or a specific love connection? What are the energies for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? And that's the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Seven of Pentacles is an interesting card, because on the one hand you could say that you are in a waiting position, that you are waiting for energies to play out, or you're waiting for a specific growth to happen, you're waiting for movement, you're waiting for progress, you're waiting for growth, you're waiting for maybe the right time as well. So it's a card of waiting, because some things in life you can't speed up. And the perfect example is if you create a beautiful garden in springtime and you seed out all the seeds. Do you say seed out all the seeds? Anyway, you know what I mean. Then it takes a while till the flowers are growing and blossoming, right? And this is the card where it's about the natural rhythm of life, where some things just take a little bit in order to grow and to blossom. So maybe there's something where you are waiting now to for this relationship maybe to blossom, but maybe that is connected to a waiting time. On the other hand, this could also mean that you are re-evaluating a situation, and you could ask yourself now, is it worth staying in that situation? Am I getting out of the situation what I hope for? Or is it going to be worth it? Is it going to be worth the waiting time? What am I harvesting here? What will my fruits be when I stay in that situation? What's harvest time going to be? And is that what I really, really want? So that's the overall energy, and now we're going to dive into your reading. I'm going to swap the camera so that you can see the Lenormand as well. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what the Lenormand says. We do have the Seven of Pentacles. It could be a time of growth, a time of patience, of waiting, but also, like I said, a time of reconsideration, re-evaluating a situation. So let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Oh, all right. So the bear comes out. In terms of love, the bear always talks about a strong connection, a strong love. I can sometimes talk about a soulmate connection. Let's see if there's anything else in the reading that would hint towards that. So let's start. If you don't want to see me laying out the cards, I think that's that is the frame I'm working in here. If you don't want to see me laying out the cards, just jump ahead. This just takes like a few minutes here. I'm going to lay out the classic spread, which is 8 cards per row. So we have 4 and 8. And I'll do this 4 times. And in the last row, we do have 4 cards. All right, I'm going to explain a little bit more once I have laid out the cards, because there's always a card that is you, there's always a card that would be the other person. And obviously there are cards like the ring, which is a relationship or a connection, play a big part here in our reading today. And the heart, which obviously stands for your love life. Okay. I'm gonna have a look onto the camera in a second. It's always a big spread to have the Lenormand. Oh, but it looks like I actually can get all of the cards onto the camera here. Ah, that's good. Yeah, that's always the issue. And there are cards that are much bigger. So it's always good to have really those small cards for the Lenormand. All right, I think you can see everything here. So just in case you've jumped ahead, welcome back to your reading. We do have a few things that we need to talk about first, so you understand the reading and what I'm doing now. First of all, the Lenormand can be quite confusing in terms of how you get the messages. So if you do not know the Lenormand and if you're not interested in learning the Lenormand, just focus on the messages that come through and not on the parts where I explain the houses, etc., and how the cards relate to each other. It is a little bit similar to astrology, where the astrologer says in the 4th house, Neptune is has a conjunction with Jupiter, and it's on 22 degrees, and everybody who does not know astrology is just overwhelmed, and it's just a little bit gobbledygoo here. So this is basically very similar here, especially if you don't know the cards and the Lenormand. So please just listen then to the messages that want to come through. There are a few cards that are important for us today. The heart for your love life, the ring for your relationship, or a specific connection. This is always your card, number 29, no matter of your gender. So even if you are a man watching now, this card is you, Pisces, while this person is the person you're dealing with. And again, this is a gender neutral card, so this could also be a woman, even if in this deck it is the gentleman. Okay, so what I can see here is that there are two people. So there is a connection. There is a connection here. But I do feel like you're both looking in different directions. Usually, if this person would be here, you're facing each other. So you basically have the same viewpoint. But in this case, the man looks in this direction and you look in this direction. I'm going to fall into the genders while I'm reading the cards, because that's just what's happening naturally. But when I say man, this could for you be a woman, right? So there is a love connection. There is a connection here, definitely. The love is a little bit further away. This doesn't necessarily mean anything. But it might be that at the moment, especially with the birds here, that there's a little bit of stress and nervousness surrounding that energy here. We're going to get into this energy of the heart in a second as well. So what I can see here, there's stress and nervousness connected to your connection. There might be some sort of communication about support, trust and loyalty. That might also be the issue here that is causing stress and nervousness, because some things are not quite clear. I do see that there are some unclarities, uncertainties that are causing this stress and nervousness. And if I go a little bit deeper into it, it is considering a decision. So some sort of decision here is either not quite clear or is causing a little bit of confusion here. We do see in the house of the decision the snake, so it could be a decision related to transformation, it could be a decision related to healing, but also it could be a decision connected to complications and delays. So in that case, I would say maybe there is some sort of decision between you and this other person that is causing a little bit of confusing and a little bit of stress and nervousness. And maybe this decision is because of the fact that there are some complications and delays that might feel like a big challenge here. Also, I feel like a decision might be a little bit delayed. So maybe there's some sort of decision where you were maybe already thinking about making that decision for quite a while, but it seems like this decision is a little bit delayed here. And also I feel like what's delayed as well, or what is quite a challenge here, is to kind of like move to get going, to take action on something here. So that's something that I'm getting here as well. That's some sort of, it could be a move, it could be a journey, it could be some other action that you want to take here, which is quite a challenge, where there were complications and delays, leading basically up to some sort of decision that is causing a bit of confusion and stress. So what we can see here as well, that the other person is in the house of the change. So there is some sort of change happening. And what is quite interesting is that we do see the bird here, not the bird, the ship. Now the ship is an energy that is falling here into the house of the ring, so it's in the relationship house. So there might be quite a distance between you and the other person, or maybe someone is going on a journey, someone is moving away. There is some sort of maybe mission, some sort of goal that one or the other person has and is focused on, because with the ship you always have a certain direction you're going into, but I do feel, especially with the ship being in the house of the ring, it does feel like someone is moving away, someone is taking there's a bit of distance, especially because in the house of the other person we do have the tower. Now the tower is an energy of someone withdrawing. So someone here seems to withdraw. There is some sort of distance. There is some sort of maybe even journey, like I said already here. Could be a physical distance, it could be emotionally distant. But this is what I'm getting here, connected to the other person. But it all seems to be part of a change. And I do see this change also as a positive change here. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into it. We do see a very emotional, intuitive journey, maybe a very spiritual journey here. So that could be a metaphorical journey where this other person is going through. In a way, you are connected to that journey as well. Because when I do the knighting, which is always 2 down, 1 left, 1 right, or 1 down, 2 left, 2 right, and the same for the upper direction, I do see you fall onto that journey as well. So some sort of distance. But I also feel like there is some sort of goal that you or the other person is trying to achieve. And that goal is happiness and success. Maybe for yourself, maybe for him or herself, or maybe even for the connection. But it seems like there's some sort of withdrawal or isolation involved in that mission, kind of like. And sometimes we need to be alone in order to find ourselves, in order to know what we want, in order to get clear about something. It's a little bit like the hermit energy, right? So what is really interesting is that we do have here the energy of waiting. And that might be something that is connected to that energy as well, like a distance, a waiting energy. But also obviously some sort of reconsideration or re-evaluation of a situation. Maybe the other person needs to know what the person wants and need. If we go a little bit deeper into it, what else do we see? The person is thinking about the connection and trust, loyalty, friendship, and or support. So I do feel like this person is thinking about like I said, the trust and loyalty in that connection, or about some sort of support in order to move forward, to get going, to take action on something. So yeah, I do feel like this person, there's something connected to that person. Also, when I have a look onto the other energies, we have the star, the cross, and the clover here. And the clover is an energy that falls onto the other person, where there is some sort of opportunity, some sort of luck coming in for success, for some sort of destined situation or some sort of destiny here. But this could be related to some sort of purpose. There is some sort of purpose, a chance, an opportunity that is opening up here for success, for some sort with a deep purpose, I feel like. But it also comes with a very heavy energy. There is something connected to this person that is like a burden. So a burden or a lesson, maybe also some karma connected to that situation here. And when we go to the house of or let's see, what is this burden or what is this karmic lesson about? Well, For one, I would say, since the house of the cross is here, it could be something that is connected to the family. But I also feel like there is some sort of purpose, and the purpose is to feel at peace, feel at harmony with something, because the lilies stand for peace and harmony. And now that is interesting, as the heart is in the house of the lilies. So I feel like there's some sort of purpose to that situation that is happening, where it is about that the other person, and maybe also you, find peace within your heart, connected to something. I feel like finding peace, harmony, having a peaceful life, or getting, how do you say, getting clean with something, getting clear with something, or finding peace with something within your heart. All right, so that's the other person. The other person is also connected here, like I said, to the ring, which obviously means there is a connection between you guys. And then there is... okay, there are a few other things here. There is a lesson, because also we have the book, and the book stands for new knowledge. For knowledge, for wisdom. So there is some sort of either intuitive knowledge, intuitive wisdom that this person has, or the person is going to learn something about emotions here, which could also be part of a big journey of discovery, of a big lesson, learning something about his or her emotions, or maybe even the emotions of other people. The ring itself is in the house of the flowers, and also mirrored onto the flowers. So there's a beautiful surprise. Something is like a blessing. Something is like a gift. So it might be that this connection is in a way like a gift to you. I know we have the energy of a journey, a move, or a distance, and also the withdrawal here. But in a way, I do feel like there is a blessing that comes with that connection as well. Now let's go, I would say let's go to the ring, because most of the ring we already did. Like I said, the ring is connecting you and the other person. There's stress and nervousness connected to that relationship, that is also connected to trust and loyalty, as well as help and support. So that's the stressful thing, because there seems to be something not quite clear. But what we do see here is that there is some sort of new chance or opportunity within that connection, within that relationship here, and there is maybe some help that you get related to this chance here. So that's really beautiful. In the further environment, this is the card now that falls onto the connection. This is the bear. So there is a very strong connection. This is what I said straight away when the bear jumped out. A strong emotional connection, and also there is happiness and luck connected to this connection. Now, when I talk about a journey, obviously this could always be a metaphorical journey. And I do feel like someone here needs to be alone in order to go onto that journey. It feels like a journey of self-discovery. And maybe this is why we do have the energy of patience here. Some things need to develop. And like I said, also the re-evaluation of things. Now, if I go onto your card, I know these cards are now super close. So most of it I have said already. What you're thinking about here is the opportunity. So there is some sort of opportunity. We talked about this now twice in connection to the ring, in connection to the person. But you are thinking about the opportunity. I also feel like you are thinking about that things are becoming easier, becoming lighter again. I feel like there is an opportunity for happiness and success for you, for being happy, for all the good things. The best card in the deck is the Sun card, and that's the card that is connected to you as well. So I feel like maybe what you're thinking about is something connected to loyalty and trust, or help and support, where there is a beautiful new opportunity and chance that is leading to happiness and success here. Also onto that journey, because this is the house of the journey, we do see the Sun card. So whatever this journey is about, may it be a metaphorical journey, may it be an actual journey. The energy I get for this journey is healing, happiness and success. So it's going to be a successful journey. It's going to be a happy journey. So that's what I see here as well. We see you here in the connection. We see you also here, let me see, next to the star. So I feel like there is a lot of the destiny is on your side, luck is on your side. I do feel like there's a big, like, it feels like there is a lot of protection around you. So the dog is a protective energy, the star is a protective energy, luck is a protective energy, sun card, best card in the deck, is next to you. Also the bear is a protective energy. So you literally have protection, 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 luck, in a situation here that is connected to a specific connection. So I would say, don't worry, it's all gonna work out. We do see stress and nervousness when it comes to that person and their connection. Basically the same thing that I already said, but like I said, there are different ways of reading the cards. I'm basically moving now from card to card. I'm not going to go deeper into this because I explained that already with the other cards here, but also there's a lot of strength, I feel like. Also a lot of strength when it comes to you being alone, withdrawing, setting boundaries. And I feel like there is a big change coming for you as well. So this is interesting because the other person is in the house of the change, but you fall onto the change here when I mirror the reading, the spread. So there is a positive change coming, something that you are maybe a little bit nervous about. And it could be a positive change connected to feelings and emotions, or it could be a positive change connected to abundance, where I do feel like you have a little bit of, so it could be connected to finances here. Where there might be some worries connected to finances, or some sort of loss, or the fear of losing something connected to finances. But I do feel in that situation there is also a positive change coming. What else do we have? We have in your house the fox, and the fox stand for your own personal needs. So your personal needs. It feels like in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and that does make sense with what I have here already for the other person. So it might be that the two of you are very much focused on your own journey now. Like with the fox, what are my own personal needs? And there's the book. And the book is in the house of the fox, and in the house of the book is the moon again. So also for you, there is some sort of connection where you will learn more about your emotions, about your emotions, your subconscious, but also your emotional needs. I feel like there's a lot of knowledge coming your way connected to what do I need, emotional, but then maybe also in other areas of your life. The fox could also talk about being clever. So maybe there's an energy where you need to be careful, mindful, or need to be very clever with something here. That could be the case as well. And if I now do the knighting for you, we get stability, we get fear, or worry here. We get a burden, and we get the journey as well. So there is some sort of destined journey, again metaphorical, or maybe an actual journey, but it comes with a big lesson here. And there is something where I don't think it's like an easy journey here, because here we have a heavy energy and here we have the journey. If I now put those cards together, there is maybe a lesson when it comes to your abandonment issues or your fear of losing something or someone. That could be a lesson here. Also, it might be, well, the best case scenario having those two things together is that the burden is becoming less and less, and therefore we have stability here. But I feel like some sort of stability is being let go of. So there is some sort of change where in a way you let go of some sort of stability in order to gain stability again, maybe somewhere else. Or maybe it is the stability that you let go of, or you are worried about letting go of stability. Because also that could be the energy of worrying about work, worrying about security and stability here. So what else do we have? I think the next card we're going into is the heart. Now, like I said, the love is a little bit further away from here. So, which doesn't mean that there is no love. I do feel like there's like the emotions are very close here, and also there is something connected to your feelings with the fish that is falling onto you. So there is a positive change when it comes to your feelings. Yeah, let's look a little bit deeper. Look, we do have the cross falls onto the heart. So there is something in your love life again that is like a burden, and now we had this energy connected to that person, connected to you, connected to the heart. So there is definitely a big karmic lesson, a big burden. But I also feel like something is there's something about healing and peace and inner peace. Now, the love life is connected again to that decision, and we talked at the beginning about this decision, and it is also connected to happiness, success, the best card in the whole deck. And what I'm getting strongly, especially when I get the sun in the combination with the cross, I always see it as karma or a burden dissolving. So a karmic lesson is being learned, is cleared. And I feel like this whole thing is connected to a very specific decision. A very specific decision where you might feel a little bit unclear about is going to clear some sort of karma, some sort of lesson in a specific connection here, or in that connection, in your connection. Now, that is one aspect here. We see definitely there is a change, a solution. There is a new beginning coming as well. Certainly there is a new beginning, which is very secure here. We do see the fear of loss again. And actually now when I do knight the heart, we do see something is being cut short. Some sort of growth, of expansion is at the moment being cut short, or there's something that you are letting go of. In the best case scenario, I would say there is a lesson that is about abandonment issues, where you're letting go of those issues, those worries, those being afraid of losing something energy, right? And that is the best case I could possibly connect that. And I do see there is a new beginning. I do see there is a solution that comes with a positive change. And this positive change is going to lead to a beautiful opening. Things are going to be more open, more clear, more free. This is what I'm getting for you. Now, like I said earlier already, we come now back to the energies of the beginning. Is that we do have some sort of movement here that has been delayed, or that brought complications and delays into your finances or into your emotional life here, which is connected again to the heart, because I also feel like with these energies we have the blockage, a decision, and we have the worries, because these are the houses, the house of the blockage, the house of the decision, the house of the worries, and that's here connected to all of these things. So some sort of movement has been quite difficult here. To get going, to take action on something has been delayed. Decisions that have been delayed, complications and delays also have been here connected to your feelings or to your finances. Now, the beautiful thing is that we do have more stability here. There could be something connected to your home, which I see here as very positive, because the house, the home, the family is in the house of success, happiness. So something is here connected to that is very dear to your heart, where I feel like there is maybe a home that gives you a lot of happiness, a home or a family that gives you a lot of stability, a lot of and a lot of happiness. The fox is leaving the situation, which is always good. So the fox sometimes can talk about something that is not quite right. So beside the fact that earlier I used the fox as your own needs, I feel like something that isn't quite right is leaving the situation, makes it more stable and secure again. We do have very likely with the tree and the heart a long-term love, so which is really interesting, because this is the growing energy. Something is growing, but this is connected as well, and something is being cut short. So in a specific situation, it might be that you're making a clean cut and you are going to evaluate, okay, what is the harvest that we have? And this is really interesting because that connects me to this energy. So it doesn't need to be the ending of a connection and ending of a relationship, but it might be that you're like, okay, let's just make a line under this and let's just see where we are at now. What did we gain? What's our harvest? What did we learn? And how are we going to continue now? And that might be something here as well. I do see that strength and stability is coming into your love life. There is slow growth, and I also feel like there is harmony and peace coming in as well, that is now slowly growing. Maybe because something else has been let go of. All right, Pisces, I do think we went now into every card that we wanted to look at, which is the heart, the ring, the other person, and you. And I hope you resonate with the reading. If so, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel. And I see you guys next time. Bye.